impossible for Moses when everybody had to read the negative confession 5 times a day for Moses not to have seen those 42 laws and extracted 10 of them leave 32.
I'm telling you, look at my face, like I could have killed a lot of people.
Thank God for all these Nigerian men wey stand for this girl. The way Oyibo take dey treat black sometimes dey really touch me. This video wey una dey watch na video of a young girl wey dem dey deport from Europe dey go back to Nigeria. I no even know the country because dem no make mention of the country, but I go tell una wetin happen inside the flight. So the girl get pikin, e get baby, so dem come say make the girl comot. They want deport am back to her country. She carry her baby and everything in her bag. They reach airport, so she don board and everything. After she don check in, e don enter inside flight finish. Na so the pilot wey wan carry them go back to Nigeria carry pikin from her. Say dem no fit deport the pikin join the girl. Na only the girl dem fit deport. Like why? So the thing come dey cause kasala inside the flight. Na so all the Nigerian men wey be say dem still dey travel just stand for the girl, say lie o, if dem no go deport the baby join the girl, make dem leave the girl instead. If dem no go deport the baby join the girl, then make dem free the girl. How you go deport mama leave the pikin for who? Na so dem take stand, so if not the flight no go move. Na so they gbas before they finally accept to leave the pikin for the girl. My people, the way they do the treat us, e no good. Make una watch the video. Una see the way. God bless these men. Una see the way they take stand for this girl. Just imagine say I will say this men no dey. Even the girl no fit even talk about herself. I will say all these men no dey this flight. This girl no fit carry her pikin go Nigeria. Una just watch.
This flight. No way. Depart her with her baby. No problem. No problem. With her baby, no problem. Give her the baby, no problem. No problem. We are going with the baby. Give her the baby. Mama. Please calm down. Okay. Please. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. She's all the way at the back. She's trying to talk. What? They're trying to talk to them. They're trying to like. I was like, no, what's going on? No. Yeah. Everyone see what's going on. She's fine. Yeah, bring the baby. And I used to tell them they don't know what the hell is. No, we record. I will record everything. Nigeria government will see what you are doing. Stop recording, please. No, I will stop.
This video is one example of how much can be done when people stand together. In the video, an African woman has been deported from this country and she's on the plane with her baby. The pilot and the plane crew are refusing that she cannot go with the baby because her baby is a citizen of that country, so she has to go alone as she is the one being deported. The amazing thing is, the Nigerian and African men on the plane are not having it. As you can see, the men all stood up saying that the mother is going with the baby or the plane is not leaving. The men are saying that it is fine that she has been deported, but the baby cannot be separated from its mother. As long as the mother is going with the baby, there will be no problem. Eventually the mother was allowed to return to her home in Nigeria with her baby. This video just shows a great example of how much Africans can accomplish if they come together. If these African men on the plane did not selflessly stand up, this is another family that could have been separated. Thanks to these men, the lady was eventually allowed to fly home with her baby. Let's watch the Kenganda channel explain this better.
So what you see there is a lady that is being deported. But what you may not have understood was they're trying to separate the mother from the child, trying to let the mother go back to Nigeria while keeping the baby in that country. But the brothers on the plane is not letting that happen. They're telling the people, listen, if you're gonna deport her, that's fine. Send her back to Nigeria. But we're not gonna let this plane go without the baby going with the mother. And that is very courageous.
The brothers that you see in that clip, they do not care if they don't get to their destination on time. What they cared about is justice for their sister. And it was a beautiful thing to watch because it shows us that if we come together and we become our brother's keeper, we can change so much. We can change the situation that we are in, that we are constantly talking about and are depressed about. We can change that because in unity, prosperity is bound to happen. But that is exactly why the evil of this world doesn't want us to have one voice, doesn't want us to unite. There's always this diaspora war, there's always tribal war, there's always fights with our neighbors. The moment we realize how powerful we are when we come together and demand what's rightfully ours in one voice, that day the world will see how.
There's a reason why people should be careful about what they ask for. In this video, a mother asked her son a series of questions. And one of them, he gave her a truth that most will get broken up with or ejected from someone's life. But in this case, he's the son. Can't just get rid of him. No, that's baby boy. And he told it the way he saw it. Check it.
I'm just not into that. It's just like you want a girlfriend that's black. Because, BB is black too, but he's light-skinned. Do you want a light-skinned girlfriend or you want a chocolate girlfriend like you?
Oh yeah, I want a chocolate girlfriend. A sexy chocolate girlfriend!
Oh my God, Jace Rumple. You want you some sexy chocolate?
Oh yeah, I want some sexy chocolate.
Okay, Jace, you want her to be tall or short? You want her to be skinny?
I want her to be like my age.
We know you want her to be your age. I said, do you want her to be tall?
Tall, yeah.
Or you want her to be short?
Yeah, sure. I want to be bigger than her. Because every man is bigger than girls. So I want her to be like short.
So you want a short girlfriend. You want her shorter than you. Okay, you want her to be skinny? Or you want her to be thick? Or you want her to be fat? Or you want her,
No, I want her skinny.
So you want her skinny?
Yeah, skinny girlfriend.
What do you consider mommy? Do you consider mommy? What is mommy?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
If it was my own son, because what am I going to do? Like if it was my own son, before people would come here, I could have killed a lot. I'm telling you, look at my face. Like I could have killed a lot of people. My own son, Micah, Emmanuel, Ophelia, I'll kill. I'll kill a lot. I'm telling you.
Hold up. Now right here, she should have known it was gonna go left. Look at that boy face. That boy don't know whether to go left or right. I mean, the little joke ain't even got no teethuses in the front. Snag a tooth and had enough compassion to hug his mother and say, Mama, you pretty. Please don't do this because I'm really trying to spare your feelings.
You want her to be skinny? Or you want her to be thick? Or you want her to be fat? Or you want her,
No, I want her skinny.
So you want her skinny?
Yeah, skinny girlfriend.
What do you consider mommy? Do you consider mommy? What is mommy? Am I skinny?
Mama, you pretty.
Sit back. You ain't gotta go over and hug me and tell me that. Jace, I know you said I'm pretty, but what do you consider me to be? Am I skinny? Am I fat? What do you consider me?
You are getting fat, but I love you. I'm just saying you are getting a little fat.
Okay, so you don't want a girl my size.
What?
I'm just saying.
I love you. I'm just saying
No,
you
baby.
getting a little big or something. You getting like fat. You getting big like that. Yeah.
Before people would come here, I could have killed a lot.
Are you speaking of the Arab slave trade?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Without question. Now, the difference between the Arab slave trade and the European slave trade is the Arab slave trade never ended. The Arab slave trade is going on right now, and I would personally fault many African-American Sunni Orthodox Muslim leaders for hiding the Arab slave trade under the umbrella of their religion. One of the reasons I left the masjid, because I was raised Muslim, Sunni Orthodox Islam. One of the reasons I had to abdicate from the masjid is there was too much cultural imitation going on. I'm not an Arab. And black people didn't leave the white man's Christianity to go to the Arabs' Islam. Now, Muhammad ibn Abdullah was a blue, black, purple man, just like Jesus, son of Joseph and Mary. You understand? So we don't have to imitate Arabs. But when you don't know who you are, you automatically pick up somebody else's culture. And every religion was incubated in a culture. So Islam was incubated in Arab culture. Although the Arabs of that day were black men who evolved into pale and yellow, still we sucked up the culture more than the religion. And there's a hadith from the Prophet Muhammad who said, give them religion, don't take away their culture. Because he understood that my 23 years of being a prophet cannot compare to 200,000+ years of African culture.
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad was only with you 23 years. Jesus was with you 3. So I'm going to throw out hundreds of thousands of years of African culture for 3 years of Jesus and 23 years of Muhammad. I got to be insane. And my problem with the Muslim brothers and sisters who I love, I'll still go to the masjid and pray. I love them, but I cannot tolerate the Arab cultural imitation. Okay? There's no such thing as Muslim food. Show me Muslim food in the Quran. The Quran does not mention anything about no Muslim food. That's Arab food. See? And you're taking Arab culture and you're putting it in your religion and you're making it divine. And that's why I agree with Dr. Yusuf bin Yaqin, Garveyite scholar, ancestor now, grandmaster teacher, when he said, religion is the deification of culture. Religion is the deification of culture. When Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper in 1482, 10 years before Columbus, that white Jesus still with us now. Still in the black church now. That white Jesus, that pale skin, blue-eyed, blonde hair, deified white people in the minds of Africans. It has deified us so much that most black churches will never get rid of that white Jesus, even though they know Jesus wasn't white. I spoke in Fort Lauderdale a couple years ago. There was a fundraiser for the Marcus Garvey Technical School in Kingston, Jamaica. I believe it's in Kingston. But the Marcus Garvey Technical School of Jamaica had a fundraiser and I keynoted, right? I met a brother there from Jamaica. He said, Dr. Umar, let me tell you a story. True story. He said, I belong to a church in Jamaica that has a white Jesus. He said, I went out and got a black artist to paint the most beautiful black Christ you can ever see in your life. I told the pastor, we got a black Jesus now. You can get rid of that. And the black pastor in Jamaica told him that painting will never be hung in here. This is the Jesus that we will serve. When your enemy becomes your deity, when your deity and your enemy are one in the same and you are comfortable with that, you deserve to be a slave.
Yeah.
You deserve to be a slave. I will never worship God in the image of another people. And the irony of it is every religious teacher in ancient time came in our skin. Buddha looked like me. Krishna looked like me. Moses, Muhammad, Jesus, they was all black, but we are so comfortable and content worshiping him in the image of our oppressor. And if you say Jesus should be black,
girls, do women need men? Do women need men? No? So you don't need men? No. Pardon? Independent woman.
You told an audience last night that you saw, I think, in a tomb in Egypt.
Yeah.
You saw it with your own 2 eyes, right?
Yes.
You told me that Moses, there were more than 10 commandments. Moses just took
42. The negative confessions. Moses isn't supposed to have been born until 1349 BC. The Africans were already in the 18th dynastic period. Akhenaten, who died before Moses was born, and Imhotep, who died more than 2,000 years before the birth of Moses, and others at the Grand Lodge of Mem had 42 laws. called now the negative confession, one for each noun. They go like this: I have not killed man nor woman. I have not spoken ill of the gods. Moses is supposed to be born in Egypt, they said, at a place called Sukkot. Already, it says that Moses get the 10 Commandments at Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is still in Africa, right? The Sinai Peninsula is a part of Egypt. More so, is it possible for Moses to be born in Egypt, educated in Egypt? At age 85, he's still in Egypt, and he did not learn the negative confessions? Is it possible for you to go to school, born in the United States, go to kindergarten, elementary, junior high school, and college, and never heard of the United States Constitution? Then it would have been impossible for Moses, when everybody had to read the negative confession 5 times a day, for Moses not to have seen those 42 laws and extracted 10 of them, leave 32 more. Now, if you could go to the temple of Setai at Abydos, to go to the tomb of Ramesses VI at the Valley of the Kings, go to the temple of Edfu, where you would, by the way, see the story of an immaculate conception and a virgin birth 4,100 years before the Mary and Jesus story.
As a matter of fact,
wait.
No,
let me understand.
Let
me just put it in form of a question then. I mean, I don't want to stop this, because we're here for information. But what you're trying to get me to believe is that Moses didn't get the 10 Commandments from Mount Sinai, but he got them
from his fellow Africans.
Moses was a high priest in Egypt, a high priest of the Egyptians in Egypt. Then what was he teaching? He wasn't a high priest of the Jews.
There were no Jews in those days. They called them. Remember now, there was no Israel yet. Israel is not until 1196. And when we to hear of Abraham, Avram as he was called, coming into Egypt, the Africans are already in Egypt, already in their 14th dynastic period when he shows up. All of the pyramids are built. That's another thing. The 62 pyramids in Egypt were built before the first Jew was born.
Why was he fleeing from the Pharaoh?
Let me ask
what
you
was
something.
the charge?
I could write anything when I want to write, you know. Who's going to stop me from writing if I got the power?